My name's Owen, and I'm the Dungeon Master of our Return of the Giants 5th edition homebrew campaign.
Hi, my name is Matt. I am playing as Niles Silverwind, the homebrew Way of Sympathy monk.
Hi, my name is Ali, and I'm playing Lyra, the Eladrin Spore Druid.
G'day, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Grimmaw, the Molder, the Necromancer.
Hello, my name's Christian. I'm playing Bartholomew of the Liang clan, our Oath of Devotion Paladin.
Hi, my name's Simon. I'm playing the character of Embark, a wildfire druid.
Hey guys, I'm Jared. I'm playing the character of Cassius, the Meloran Orc Eldritch Knight.
Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of Return of the Giants may contain adult language or adult themes. Hello everybody. Hello there, welcome back to the Lost Archives. It is wonderful to see your gorgeous faces. We are back, we are playing Return of the Giants, the premier homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign. We are raring and ready to go. We have Matt rejoining us from Nippon, from Japan. Mate, welcome back.
Hi, good to be back. Hello everyone. How we doing?
Oh, so good, and so good to have you back. We obviously want to hear all about Japan, but we are on a tight timeline to start. So I guess the question I'm going to ask you, and I'm putting you on the spot, favorite memory or favorite moment of your trip?
Favorite memory was definitely getting a really lucky day to see Mount Fuji with the clear skies. We got a really nice, great view of Mount Fuji on a very clear day, and it was very nice, very nice. Seeing that alongside all the autumnal colors with the trees coming in was just amazing. It was very, very, very good. So yeah, that was really special.
Yeah, fucking hell, that's amazing. I was not so lucky when I was there, so I'm very jealous. Seething with jealousy, I am. That's awesome, man. I have to see some photos later.
You just have a reason to go back?
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, that's right.
Other fun news before we jump in. There was no Cosmere session on Monday, unfortunately. We've had a few things happening all at the same time. I was also away at a conference over the weekend from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday where I was doing about 16-hour days. Not intentional. And the weird thing is, like, it's the busiest conference I've been to, but it was also the most fun with the new place that I'm working at. I actually really enjoyed it. Like, I didn't come back and feel like I'd lost a weekend, and I actually came back feeling really stoked. So I'm really happy with the new job. It's really good. That was really fun. It was excellent. I know. I'm feeling happy.
We should be happy in our happy with the work we do. What is a crazy thing in our time and age?
Yeah.
That's not what you're meant to feel.
What?
Yeah.
Progress in Pokemon Legends ZA, for those who've been watching it, is powering through. I reckon it'll be perfectly timed for the release of the DLC. I think we'll have wrapped up every single main mission and side mission right for the DLC to come out, which is awesome. I am thoroughly enjoying it. The more I play, the more I'm enjoying it. As soon as you get past that tutorial, like the 2.5 hours of tutorial, hand holding, and the game just lets you loose, and it's good. And I have to say, some of the megas that I saw pictures of, and I was like, actually, when you see the models in action, they make a bit more sense. And I'm a bit more like, okay, I see what you're going for here. This is kind of cool. Like, I really appreciated Dragonite in the Dragonite battle that I did today. I was like, fuck yeah, that's actually pretty sick. It looks good. And that was actually a bit scary when it like went outside the bounds and started shooting me with like lasers. I was like, what the hell? What's going on? It was good. It was good. So make sure you check out those episodes. They'll be coming out every second or third day-ish. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and then Baldur's Gate 3 on Saturdays. So make sure you check those out. And we'll have some new stuff and announcements coming there as well. The other really exciting thing that happened while you were away, Matt, and in between our episodes was we hit 2,000 subscribers. And not only have we hit that in the little bit of time it's been since we hit that, we're also now well on our way to 2,100. So I just want to say a massive thank you to each and every one of you who has hit that subscribe button. You are, every single one of you, bloody legends. And we really appreciate you.
Cast.
Yeah.
What are you going to say? The cast. We couldn't do it without you guys. Like,
Obviously. Yeah,
well,
that's...
I mean, subscribers. You know,
Also the subscribers.
keep subscribing, please.
Please. We really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Come on, man. Just hit it. It's free. Just press the button. It's free. What are you doing? Come on. Just hit it. Hit it right now. There you go. That's all I was going to say. So thank you so much, everybody. Awesome sauce. We should do our greetings. We should do our recap, and we should jump into the session. My brain's fully functional tonight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be fine. Let's do our recap and let's jump into the session. I've got two versions of the recap, one slightly shorter, one slightly longer. Given that Matt missed last session, I'll do the slightly longer one just so we get fully back in. And because we missed last week's session as well. So let's give ourselves the reminder. The Tempest Adventuring Guild, a name now legendary across the lands of Nostea, is taking on the threat posed by the return of the Giants. Now heading to the frozen lands of Northgard, the team are on the trail of the Frost Giants, seemingly linked to a sudden and drastic change in the climate. With the group forcing their way through the unnatural snowstorm north of the town of Skostal, they are accompanied by Messai and Klaus in an attempt to reach the Cold Ridge Lighthouse. With the biting wind, ceaseless cold, and difficult terrain, the journey so far has been arduous. So when our heroes stumbled upon a barrier, creating an oasis of calm in the middle of the frozen woodland, relief overpowered their caution. As the party began to draw closer to the old logging camp in the center of the magic barrier, wisps of strange glowing blue light, not unlike will-o'-the-wisps, began gathering around the dome, and suddenly entered with the party. Rising from the snow, animated by the cold wisps, strange humanoid figures arose, composed of the raging snowstorm itself, bound within the clothes of their previous bodies. Battling these Coldlight Walkers, the team were able to slay a number of the creatures, their frozen remnants dropping to the ground with each kill. Suddenly, bursting from a nearby snowdrift, a frost salamander appeared, seemingly drawn to the frozen remnants. We left off last session as the team tried their best to avoid combat with the salamander, Bart throwing one of the frozen remnants as hard as he could deep into the forest, the core hitting the edge of the dome and falling to the ground on the outside. Drawn to this point of contact, the cold wisps surrounding the dome rushed toward the remnant, the salamander letting out a baying bark and charging through the party towards the edge of the dome. And that is where we left off last session, in the midst of combat. Niles, you have been working with Klaus and Messai to slay a smaller group of Coldlight Walkers off towards the side. Rather than having so many things in the initiative, I figured that was easy to just put the NPCs over on the left-hand side of the screen and worry about them later.
Very cool.
But now that you're back in, the final Coldlight Walker that you, Messai, and Klaus have been attempting to slay as it falls dead at your feet. You watch, yes, Bart bends down, picks up one of these frozen remnants, this like crystallized ice-like sphere that seems to coalesce as you slay these Coldlight Walkers, the storm compacting down, freezing into a single, almost like an apple-sized sphere that Bart has then picked up and thrown through the barrier. As soon as the core hits the barrier, its speed dramatically slows, almost like it's hit water, before it finally falls through the other side, most of its momentum gone. But as it does so, all of those cold wisps swirling around outside the barrier, all of them begin to coalesce towards that point, a ripple in that magical dome spreading outwards as they begin to try and force their way in, which is when the salamander lets out this baying bark. We were doing, I think we said the comparison was like in Attack of the Clones? Was that this? With
oh yeah,
the lizard-like creature that Obi-Wan Kenobi rides. I did my best impression of it. Yeah, I did my best impression of it last time. I'm not doing it again. That was a once-off. So let's out
What
this.
does it sound like?
It's a much higher.
Honestly, if you haven't watched the video, watch it back. He does.
I don't think I can do it again.
No, like the stream as well, not like the clip of the movie. Or watch them side by side. That would be an amazing TikTok. Lost Archives.
How close I was to remembering this sound. No, I don't think I want to hear it. I think it sounds less similar when you put them side by side, I suspect. Let's treasure the memory of in the moment it sounded spot on and pretend that it was. I'm not sure it was in hindsight. But yes, as the frost salamander charges through, it is its turn, Bart, having thrown this out to the edge of the dome, which is perfect. You guys watch as the frost salamander charges through, pushing through the gap, almost knocking over your shades that you have summoned, Grim. And as it gets to the edge of the dome, you watch as it reaches down, pushes its head partly out, and grabs onto the remnant, throwing its head back and swallowing the remnant whole. As it does so, the wisps begin to coalesce around the salamander. But as their forms strike against its scaly skin, it seems unperturbed, unfazed by their aggressive actions. In fact, you watch as the salamander slowly pulls its head back in, shakes off the frost that's been gathering across its head, and turns back towards the rest of the party, looking over at each of you, slowly lowering down to that slightly more aggressive stance, as you hear a grumbling growl begin to emanate from inside its throat. You know that all of you are still standing very close to a number of these other frozen remnants. Niles, you in particular are standing over the top of 2 frozen remnants from the Coldlight Walkers you slew. You watch as it focuses over towards this as it begins to move, almost in this like slow zigzag serpent pattern, showing off its large body, crystals of ice gathering around its mouth over its shoulders.
If I can I bend down, pick up the sphere that's at the, like, sort of near the bottom of my feet, and just sort of like non-aggressively lob it near it, but like not like I'm pegging it at it kind of thing, like a here you go.
Yeah.
And then,
For international viewers and listeners from other states that are not Queensland in Australia, in Queensland, when you throw something really hard, it's called pegging. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But it is. It is. I know the Victorians call it piffing. Yeah. It's piffing. Yeah.
She's casting Dominate Monster by Peggy.
Yeah, I realise there are some Australianisms and Queenslandisms that look, and we had this argument in Curse of Strahd. I argued that pegging sounds like the far more impressive action. It's like a full proper throw, whereas piffing sounds like a little pathetic little. You've just dropped it. You have a piff.
I tried to find the lore for us where the word comes from with pegging when you throw, and the first thing that Google shows me is, does it hurt when a man is pegged?
Oh no. Okay.
Wow.
Head.
And
I think it's like a cricket term. But
and once you closed your personal searches, Christian, what did you find about the search term?
Needs a flared base. I don't know what that means.
As you reach down, pick up the frozen core, Lyra, much like Bartholomew did, you feel this coldness emanating from it. The tips of your fingers start to go numb as you touch this crystallized essence, this frost remnant. And then as you throw it, could I please get you to make me I'm going to say sleight of hand or athletics check?
I don't hand all the way.
I thought it might be.
21.
And you're trying to throw it just near it, not towards it, just near it, right?
Yeah. Near it, like, not in the middle of the pack of our friends.
I'm imagining like you're at the zoo and you're throwing like a piece of meat to the crocodile.
Yeah.
But like you're kind of like just kind of gently tossing it in the vicinity, right?
Also, just for our safety, is this thing not further away? I thought it
is. I'm limited by the map, so you notice we can't see the map on stream. I'm limited by the size of the battle map.
I was hoping it was going to like go to the other side of the map, and instead it's like 10 feet from me.
So
and I'm panicking.
proportionally, it is technically. Oh god, you're fucking spread out. Proportionally, it's this far away to the north of you. I just have to because I didn't realize you'd throw it in that direction, Bart. I'm limited by the map choice.
I didn't say which direction if you want to move it somewhere else, but I saw it there, and I'm like,
options.
cool.
As Lyra bends down, as you throw this towards it, I'm going to say, Lyra, with a 21, you know roughly kind of where its neck can move. You've seen it lunge. You know how quick it is. You aim to sort of throw it in the air that it can try to catch near, or worst case scenario, bounce right next to it that it could then quickly scoop up. Can you also please roll me an animal handling check? Given how well your sleight of hand was, I'm going to allow this with advantage.
Woohoo!
It also helps that you're a bit away from Cassius right now, which it does. It does not like Cassius. Cassius made an attempt to try and like intimidate it, and that did not go well.
Oh.
13?
13 and 9 will take the 13. As you throw the crystal into the air, first it looks like it's going to dart out and catch it, but it pauses, slowly pulling back a little bit, allowing the remnant to land in the snow. It keeps its eyes fixed firmly on all of you, never staying on one person too long. These ice blue, almost glowing eyes, the pupils mere slits at the moment, as it bends down and quickly bites up the frozen remnant, throwing back its head and swallowing it whole before slowly turning to each of you again. Its posture relaxes.
At this
point, yeah, go.
I was just going to say to sort of the general party, just like, oh, hey guys, like, it could be worth sort of backing up from any of those remnants, like, it seems to want them and not be such a fan of us.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Is there a remnant near me or my shades?
No. There is one. So anywhere there's a dead Coldlight Walker, there's a remnant. So your shades, yes, but you're safe.
I just realized I'm behind the turn order. I was looking around like, where am I? Move that light. Okay, so yeah, shades are fine.
We're sort of in a pseudo-paused initiative at this point. I'm going to keep the initiative order open. We'd be starting on your turn, Grim, if initiative does kick off again. But for now, I'm going to pause it so all of you can kind of act as freely as you want. The other thing I should say now, so Messai, the other character who's with you, Klaus, were you there for the introduction of those two characters or no?
Were they the ones we met in the hall?
Yes, yeah. So Messai is this human man dressed in sort of like almost like, I would say like monk-like clothing, like a gi, quite open. He's now had to relent and put a hood on. During this fight, you've watched as he has begun to shift, his form becoming more bestial, his arms transforming into wolven claws, ears growing, hair growing around him as his face pushes out into a sort of muzzle. With the combat now kind of paused, you watch as he's slowly beginning to transform back, the craze and bloodlust that kind of overtook him during that fight beginning to wear off as he slowly begins to transform back.
Oh, yeah. Messai, I don't know if I had met, but I definitely had met Klaus because he was like the warrior with the lady whose name I forget.
Yeah. Perfect. You're spot on.
Correct.
As Klaus and Messai begin to back up, Klaus slowly lowering his axe before putting it on his back onto his back, clipping it into the sheath. I advise we do as Lyra, your elven friend, has suggested. She shows some wisdom. I have encountered these creatures in the north before. If we show no reason for it to attack us, if we give it space and respect its wishes here, we should be left unharmed.
Then I asked my my employees, the Shades and Watan. There's 3 of those crystals it's after, if I understand correctly. Are those bodies 3 crystals around?
Yeah.
Shade 1, Shade 2, and Watan, please deliver the meals to our guest, as I'd like to instruct them to drag those crystals or the corpses.
The crystals are only like apple size. They can easily just pick it up if you want and throw it if you like. You don't have to. You don't have to
that's
drag.
easy.
They're tiny. Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, they can just peg them towards them essentially.
Perfect.
Like deliver them.
Throw them with strength.
Yeah. Going to roll strength.
No, that's not a problem. If you're just sort of throwing them roughly towards it, now that it's sort of out of that much more aggressive kind of stance, you can see it slowly relaxing with Lyra's attempt to try and calm it down. Lyra, as you throw the crystal over it, snaps it up, looking at you again. This sort of distrust. You can see it sort of flicking around, still moving, but the movements have slowed now as it slowly begins to relax, rising up on its forelimbs a little bit higher. As Grimm's zombies and shades throw the crystals over, as you guys begin to back away, Niles, Messi, and Klaus away from the other remnants, you watch as the salamander slowly begins to relax. The almost like ice-like spines begin to slowly retract, melting away, leaving its form much more smooth, much more streamlined as it begins to pull, almost pad through the snow towards the remnants, snapping them up each time, watching all of you carefully, but giving you a bit of space as it does so.
Question.
Mm.
We're pretty close, I would say, to this creature, right? Like we're not.
Yeah, within 20, 30 feet.
We have a good vision on it, right? Niles would like to look to see if there's any sort of like he's remembering the Bahia in Underdark, and just wondering if there's like any sort of like notable crystal or stone implanted in the body of this creature.
Any signs of domestication?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, I'll take a perception or investigation check for sure.
I think I will go with perception in that case.
Thought you might.
I was also thinking, after Niles's check, I was also wondering if I could use a charge of my Staff of Woodlands and try and do a speak with animals.
Ooh.
See if maybe it might be amenable to communication.
Good question. I got to quickly check
It's
speak
beasts.
with. Yeah. Do you want to make me a quick nature check first, Lyra, before you do this?
All right.
Or Arcana, nature or Arcana, your choice. 11 Niles. As you look over its form, there's no signs of any collars. There's no signs of any sections of like scarring or wearing around the neck or the limbs where it might have been restrained. There's no stones, no heartstones embedded in its scales anywhere. It looks like it is a wild animal for all intents and purposes. It does have two predominant scars that you notice. There is a almost like a large three-toed claw mark down its right foreleg that looks like it has healed a long time ago. The scales have sealed over, leaving behind this sort of grayish discoloration on its scales. And part of its tail, the very back of its tail, you think is being bitten off at some point. It's actually a little bit shorter than it should be. It looks like if it resembles lizards, the tail seems a bit shorter than it should be, and you can see a sort of stumpy, severed edge. It looks like, someone's taken a chunk out of its tail at some point in the past. That was a 5 Lyra. Yeah, man, speak with beasts. It's a big, it's got 6 legs. Animals, mostly have 4, but it's worth a try.
Wow, right?
Yeah, why not?
All right, and then I'm just sort of gonna try and sort of mentally sort of reach out in the same way that I sort of do with the linking tattoo and just be like, "Hi, we're not going to hurt you, friends."
You watch as the creature cocks its head a little bit, then moves down and bites up another one of the remnants, not responding, not seeming to really acknowledge or recognize what you've said.
And I think I'm just going to just keep trying to just sort of talk kind of at it, just sort of see if I do get a response or a reaction or anything. But just, have you been stuck in this barrier for long? I mean, it looks like you can kind of leave as much as you want, but been here for a while?
You watch as the salamander pads over closer to Niles, bites down another remnant, eyeing all of you carefully, a slow hiss as it looks at Cassius, raising up its haunches a little bit before it lowers back down and bites up another remnant. It doesn't seem to acknowledge Lyra.
I'm not sure if it can not understand me or if it just doesn't care.
It was worth a shot.
Why not?
You watch as Klaus sort of begins to wander over to all of you. I'm assuming kind of at this point you begin to group up once again as Klaus wanders back over towards you.
I'm not sure if they can understand. I know that one of our mages, a water ganassi, would sometimes speak to them, warn them and let them know that we were in the woods or coming, but I'm not sure what language it was. I'm not even sure if they could understand it. They seem to, but these creatures are fairly rare. They were once more, but it is a blessing to see a frost salamander.
Are there others like it? Is this what you're saying? They're more of their kind?
Yes. There are tales that there were once many upon this land of Northgard and the surrounding isles. In winter, they would cross the seas when the ice bridges would form, move between. It is said that they lay their eggs at the peaks of the mountains, wrapped in eternal snow. These are stories. You see them occasionally. Hunters would speak of coming across them. Only those very foolish end up their prey or end up fighting them.
Those wounds on its tail and on its forequarter there. Yeah. Do you think that could do that?
Do they fight amongst themselves, or?
Sometimes there are territorial disputes. Yes, could be another creature. There are dire bears and dire wolves that stalk these woods. Not as close to the settlement as we are, but further north. As we head into their territory, you can expect to see signs of them. They would take on a salamander if they felt they could do it, especially a pack of dire wolves. Dire bears, not so much. They tend to be more solitary.
And sorry to interrupt, but those walkers, are they salamander?
I've got no fucking clue what those things are. I've never seen anything like them before. I no clue what that is. I've never seen anything like them. It was like the people had come alive, but they were not there. It was just their clothes animated by the storm.
And the crystal things? The frost spheres?
No idea.
Is that something that salamanders eat?
No, as far as I was aware, the salamanders would hunt deer. Other creatures that stalk these woods, birds. They are omnivores as well, I believe. They have been known to chew the sap in the cold winter when the sap goes hard. There are some trees maple trees. It's a quite sweet sap. We know that the salamanders will chew that on occasion.
Are there any of the those the crystals from
Harry wanders up to you. There's none left on the ground. The salamander has done its job getting up all of them, except Harry wanders over to all of you, patting his bag of holding, tucking it behind his belt a little bit as he wanders over and goes,
well, we can analyze this later. I would not risk tempting fate right now. Thank you, Harry.
I thought I'd tuck one away for later. I think it's best if we keep it there until we're away from the salamander. Thought that was wise. Plus, it could be worth a bit of money.
It's stuck.
I mean, if it suddenly zeroes in on it, we'll know why.
I feel like we should all be a bit worried about. I'm not going to point to like the wall where, or I guess the force field in the air, that we've got these white dementors just circling around.
Yeah.
The wisps are still acting hyper aggressive, but as you look over towards them, exactly like they were when you first entered, but with the salamander having fought off some of them to swallow the remnant, they can't get in for now, but you can see them moving around the last vestiges of this rippling force, still trying to get in, looking very aggressive.
So we're not safe right now, and furthermore, does anyone even know what is making this area? And I'm going to sort of like, I guess, take a bit of a look around the camp.
Can I join him in that search?
Yeah, like if I can do like some sort of perception-y thing, like see if there's like a generator or some kind of source.
Yeah. I'm going to say, for those of you who are keen, Arcana, Perception, Investigation. I would also allow Nature. You may choose out of any of those.
Niles is going to be a bit different with this. Again, coming back in, I'm like sort of trying to get the lay of the land. So this is a force field over an area,
an old logging camp, and there's about 120-foot diameter dome keeping out the storm. On the outside of this dome, Niles, a raging blizzard, a snowstorm smashes against it, but inside, very gentle snowfall. Tiny little flakes. It is milder.
Are we in the snowstorm?
You're inside the dome. The snowstorm rages behind you outside the dome.
So we're trapped inside.
No, you can come and go as you leave. It does seem to block the wisps, but you guys can come and go as you please. As far as you're aware, you wandered in with no issues. You haven't tried to leave yet.
Salamander could leave.
Were we in a storm originally? And then
yes, yeah. You've been pushing through a snowstorm, and this was like, I mean, a lot of you were struggling. This was the only place you found that you could possibly rest.
Oh, okay. So it's not like we are trying to get in. We're already in, and we can get out.
As far as we're aware.
As far as you're aware.
Okay.
That's better in here than out there.
Are we trying to figure out what this portal, like what this force field is, or are we trying to disrupt it? So what is
we can bring a similar one with us. I mean, keep it intact. Bring it with us. We have like a walking force field. We get it. Stay out of the weather.
Yes,
if we can harness it somehow, that shouldn't be a problem, right?
Well, it does kind of remind me. Remember back in the Shattered Isles, that spell we used to get rid of the ash? It's like that a little bit.
It's not dissimilar at all. Yeah.
Maybe there's a focus point or something somewhere. We might just have to have a bit of a look.
Some more beads.
Some more beads. Oh, that's where the beads are. Wow, you quite a throw there, my friend.
Pretty far.
Wow, all the way up here. Damn.
Yeah, I'd wash them. I'd wash them before you pick them up and start using them again.
Do we get anything from our checks? As I guess we're sort of like exploring the campsite now.
Yeah. I was going to go to those in a second. So natural 20 for Lyra for a total of 28, 17 for Grim, 20 for Bartholomew.
Not bad rolls all around.
25 for Niles. Fucking hell, yeah, really good rolls all around. I'm going to say at this point, Cassius is going to back off away from the salamander and move over towards Klaus and begin examining Klaus's axe, and they're going to compare sort of notes a little bit as you begin to explore, because Cassius knows that the salamander does not like him very much. He's keeping his distance from it. let's do the Arcana check first, and then I'll go to the Perception check. So Grim and Bartholomew. Yeah, the magic that's sustaining this is actually not too dissimilar from a spell that you are somewhat familiar with, Grim. It looks like this is a modified version of Leomund's Tiny Hut, a spell that creates a border that allows movement to and from. In theory, that's what you think is going on here. This is similar in practice or similar in construction to Leomund's Tiny Hut. But this is a far grander scale. This is taking up an enormous section of woodland. And what's more, the energy needed to power this looks like it's been this way for a long time. Days, possibly, judging by the snow building up at the edges of the dome that is not falling on the inside. This has been here for a long time.
Do we notice that the temperature, like now that you've...
It's warmer inside here than it was out in the snowstorm.
I was going to say it's warmer inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I was going to get to that. The climate is different inside here, and it's lighter as well.
Oh, there you go.
Which is exactly what you can do with Leomund's. You can control how much light is inside, the temperature inside, you can control all of that. This is like someone has taken Leomund's Tiny Hut and turned it into this behemoth. Two things stand out to you, to Grim and to Bartholomew. The energy powering this must be immense, for a start. And something else that stands out to you that seems a little bit odd. Why could the wisps enter when you did? And only when you did. These wisps seem somewhat similar to will-o'-the-wisps, creatures that form in swamps, balls of light and fire that distract and draw people out to their deaths. If these Coldlight wisps are similar, they're acting a little bit strangely. Something must be drawing them into this dome. Maybe the power source? Maybe something else. But whatever it is, when they got in, they behaved very erratically. Changing, like you've been wandering through the storm with these things around you for hours now, and they were not aggressive. There was no problem at all. A couple of them bounded right next to you. No issues, just disappearing into the forest. But now something has shifted with you inside the dome, or as they enter the dome, something's up, something odd to their behavior. But with a 20, you get a little bit more on top of that again. When the wisps touched the bodies, both the wisp and the body were consumed, and something else took its place. This isn't necromancy. They're not raising the dead. These were not creatures of necromancy, these Coldlight Walkers.
Oh, interesting. That's awesome.
Something else. You think this was elemental magic. But there's something else, Bart. A smell in the air, a tingle on the back of your neck. You haven't used your divine sense, but you feel like you can sense the infernal in this. Natural 20 for perception and 25 for Niles for perception. As you look around, the fire is still burning with this blue flame over near the campsite. Everything I've described about like the physicalities of the dome, you don't make the connection to Leomund's Tiny Hut, but you notice the wisps and their behavior around the outside of the dome. But the campfire is still burning blue, this blue flickering light. And what's more, as you glance over towards the campsite, you can see sitting on the ground with what look like wires running out of it. Into the center of the campfire is a cube roughly 5 feet by 5 feet in diameter. Not 5 feet. Sorry, 5 inches by 5 inches in diameter. A small cube.
Oh, wow.
Made of these interlocking metal. Oh my gosh. You watch as Grim picks it up and promptly drops it as it shatters. You see the cube is made of these interlocking dark iron plates, and between them, heat glows, the air rippling around it. And someone has wrapped wires around some of the plates and has put them into the center of the campfire. Lyra, with a natural 20, your little bit of extra information. If you want to ask a question, go for it. Otherwise, I can give you a little bit of extra with your natural 20. Cool.
Keep going.
With your extra natural 20, you can see, the salamander moving back down towards its little hidey hole in the bushes. And around its little hidey hole where it's dug out, you can see it has created a nest. There are 4 more of these cubes that it is wrapped up in the nest, but rather than glowing red, These are glowing blue. The same ice blue as its eyes.
Do the wires look like they're like electrum wires, like similar to what the giants have?
Copper wires.
Oh.
Not conducting magic at all. Heat, it looks like, just literally conducting heat.
Can I try starting up a linking tattoo with the frost salamander, assuming it potentially has an int more than 3?
It does have an int more than 3.
Ooh.
It has an int of 7.
Oh!
More than double. Yeah.
Yeah. If I can sort of reach out and just be like, hey, we're, the people around that gave you back your little growing frost orb things. We don't mean you any harm. Just see what sort of
Strangers.
Yes, sorry about that. We're just sort of getting out of the bad weather.
This bad weather. Inside
there's no-
bad.
Inside, good for us. Outside, not so good.
Not of cold. Of warmth.
Of warmth. Too much cold and we tend to freeze. Like water.
Stand near flame of warmth. Others stand near. Not notice.
Thank you. These kind of cube things, and I think I might just sort of gesture the one that is still in the fire, and then just sort of gesture towards the nest and be sort of like, stain?
That of
Different.
warmth. Mine. Of frost. Treasure.
It keeps you a good temperature, keeps everything colder.
Yes, too warm. In dome. Cold. Yes.
I mean, if you wanted, so at the moment we're kind of stuck in here because of the wisps outside.
Yes,
that's the
trapped.
weather, but
Yes. Trapped but not trapped.
yes, but if you like, once we're able to leave, I can try and take down this dome if it's too warm in here for your nest.
You break? Yes, you break.
We can try. Like I said, we might have to wait just a little bit of time. See if the weather gets slightly better so that we don't freeze.
Stay away from nest, and you stay.
We'll stay warm and we'll stay away from your nest. Thank you.
Does frost heart?
You watch as the salamander tries to sort of presses at its chest, and then looks down towards the last, the scattered remnants of clothing left behind by the Coldlight Walkers.
Does frost hurt?
Yours. Your heart, frost. No? Yes.
No.
No.
Meat, warm, not frost. Please don't eat us.
You stay back, away nest. I not eat, I not rip. I
We shall.
satisfied. On cold heart, on frost heart.
We thank you. I'll tell the others as well to stay away from the nest. And yes,
Yes,
when we leave,
that
we'll
one,
try and break.
green one, stay back. Not like,
Especially the green one.
yes.
He doesn't mean harm, he's just scary.
Assuming that Lyra is communicating a little bit of this back to us, maybe you should ask it if it knows where any more of the cold heart ones are. It seems to be hunting them, feeding on them.
Do you know if there's more cold hearts around?
Yes. Feed well.
And more domes of warm, or
Not
like
sure.
this?
Inside. More inside? Not sure.
More. Are these domes where the frost hearts are? Or this?
Not sure. Found others nearby in woods. Deer, elk, moose. These frost hearts take many form.
Do you know how? Oh, I'm not talking.
Do you know what makes the frost hearts? Where they come from? The origin?
Lights in sky come with storm. Yes. Eat corpse, then become cold heart.
Cold, cold heart, doo-doo. Hard done by you.
Cold, cold heart.
The lights.
Can you,
Wait, go ahead.
could you ask it maybe if it's seen big us with blue skin?
Have you seen giants like us, but huge?
Elder ones, yes.
Nearby?
Stride across frozen sea. Yes, many.
Are they the lights in the sky, or are the lights different?
Elder ones are big. Lights small, not same. No, not same.
And if I can just sort of gesture towards the wisps, and then I kind of just sort of pointing towards them, I'm like those lights, or different again?
Yes, lights. Small lights.
Small lights.
They are bigger.
Do you know where the lights come from?
Come with storm. Come from elsewhere. Place of cold.
Oh.
The storm. I see. Is there anything else that we might do to help? I mean, do you need anything? Or, unless you guys have any other questions.
One final one. This thing seems to be like an apex predator here. If there's anything that this thing is scared of, we should definitely steer clear of it. Can we ask if there's anything that this thing fears or stays away from?
Are there any other big predators, ones that even would be dangerous for yourself, so that we can stay away?
I know hatchling. Big predators, yes, but warm blood. Tasty. Wolf. Bear.
Dragon? Frost dragon.
You watch as it pauses for a second.
No tangle with dragons. There is Wolf Mother. We stay away.
What direction is Wolf Mother, so that we can also stay away?
She
Some built the
roams.
character and the thief.
She roams. Moves around. Best to stay away when you hear howls in the night.
Roger. Thank you. I appreciate your advice. But yes, we'll stay away from the nest. But if you need anything, or if you need any information or anything like that,
Can you make
let us
me
know.
a persuasion check, please, Lyra? When you say, do you need anything?
Oh, famously great at persuasion.
Anything.
12?
Oh, that's not terrible.
Could I try to give her advantage on this by doing something?
Yeah, what would you do?
Look, in the hopes that we could turn
Hadn't
this
got that
persuasion
far.
not even to this calming it
Funny
down.
little dance.
And maybe even gaining this thing's trust could. This is a apex predator. If we can get this thing to like us, rather than just not kill us, Bart's going to come up beside Lyra, sort of threateningly, and magic is going to sort of shine down from the neck tattoos down to the feathered fingertips, and Snow is going to then shine in a white, yellowish color before it starts to solidify. And I'm going to pop a 3rd level spell for create food and water. And I'm going to create 45 pounds of fresh meat for this thing.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Lyra, you may roll with advantage. Absolutely. You may roll
At this
with
point, I
advantage.
wish that Bart had the that Bart had the
Oh no, 3. We'll take the 12. We'll take the 12. As the meat piles high, you watch as the creature looks over it and looks up towards the two of you.
Thanks. Stay back from nest. No.
And I hold sort of a hand out and just sort of gesture Bart away from the nest.
No harm. No harm. Stay away from nest.
Respect nest.
With that, you watch as it begins to, using 2 of its forelimbs, begins to scoop the meat and drag it down into the snowdrift. It's very careful to pile the snow up around, hiding most of the entrance as it does so, disappearing. It looks like there might be some sort of ice cave underneath this area, Lyra. If this was here the whole time and its ice cave was set up near this lumberyard, it is crazy that these people have not interacted with this creature before now, which means either they must have or it's only been here fairly recently. Something that occurs to you and Bart in this moment.
Earlier.
Or the lumberjacks were bloody idiots.
That's also very possible. Yeah. Very sure of themselves.
We're all thinking the same thing, right? The lights in the sky, that's got to be from the elemental plane of cold.
That's my guess. I mean, in the same way that the fire gate was creating the volcano overrun, there could be an ice gate that's causing the storm's causing the wisps causing the Coldlight Walkers, and, well, the Frost Salamander feasts.
Lyra, you're an Eladrin. You understand you're an elf. You understand the planes of elemental energy during your studies. Do you and Grim both want to make me an Arcana check?
Sure can.
You've mentioned
Sounds like this. I wish I didn't dump it.
Cool.
elemental plane of frost.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound
Especially
right.
since I'm in winter mode. Eladrin.
15 from Lyra, especially since you're in winter mode. 15 from Lyra. Is that a 30? Holy
It's
fuck.
not even a natural 30.
When I got my
Natural
17,
17.
well, I rolled a 4. So I was like, okay, that'll still do.
Holy shit. We'll get to your 30 in a second, Grim. Lyra, you know of the 4 elemental planes. Earth, air, fire, and water. You've never heard of a plane of frost? Something about that seems... Yeah, something's up there. That doesn't...
Watergate. Water is associated with the cold element type.
Yeah. It's 100% could be. Something feels off,
water
though.
giants.
Yeah,
Are
something
they water giants?
feels off. That doesn't something's not right there. There's an extra step
Just
there you might be missing.
Poking Grim, and Grim, I don't get it.
The problem is,
I'm just
just trying
like, yes. Good theory. Yes.
It's storm giants. They're the ones associated with water, as far as what I know.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
What we read
I
in the
thought they were
book.
lightning.
With the storm, but you know that
Both.
they have an affinity for the water, especially for the deep water. They're of the storm as well.
That's what I think.
Grim, you know of a couple of places that would fulfill, especially if this is planar magic at play here. There's a couple of places that would fulfill the need. You would know from studying that the elemental plane of water is often a temperate place. There are poles at the north and south of the elemental plane of water, but to conjure this much snow and ice, nah, this isn't elemental magic. There are planes known for their ice. 2 in particular that really stand out as potential origins of this unnatural storm. Both of them in the Hells. Cania and Stygia. 2 layers of the 9 Hells known for their bitter cold and biting frost. Stygia as the bottomless ocean covered by an ice sheet that stretches as far as the eye can see. Yeah, I would very much fulfill the role here. Stygia is not a bad candidate, and Cania, which is perpetually locked in a enormous blizzard, a realm of solid ice mountains, a nearly continuous snowfall. Yeah, both of those would fit the bill for sure.
Yeah.
So you're saying this is infernal? Then that makes sense. We detected that, right?
Well, Hell's Bells. It does feel
Nice.
rather infernal. To put it in some sense, yes. Cania and Stygia are both very cold places, as you're aware. Not quite the usual magic you would expect to see by some crazed wizard or giants, to say the least. However, giants have made a pact with
we'd beg to differ.
fiends.
Stone Giants lore relevant again.
There's more to learn, from what I understand. To my understanding, someone in the Hells wants to cause hell in Northgard.
Wait. Like, just to be clear, you don't think the Frost Giants? I mean, knowing what we know about the Giants and trying to conjure power, you don't think the Giants like did this to like generate ice and cold, right? Then this is infernal in nature. The Giants wouldn't do that, surely.
Well, what reason would the Giants have to make a pact of sorts with one of the Lords of Hell, one could say?
Well, I mean,
Unless they were tricked, you know. Out loud.
If they're tricked, yes.
My meeting with Melora, she mentioned that it kind of triggered a memory of our conversation. Some of it's a bit blurry. She mentioned that the Frost Giants, I think, were locked in a war or in a conflict or frozen in time, or they were in trouble.
Ah.
Could their troubles have followed them here, is what you're saying?
Well, I'm thinking maybe that they're not friends with whoever is from Averna summoning these things. I'd like to also just quickly grab out of my backpack the book on the Hells and see if I can flip to which plane out of those two Mephistopheles is control of, if it says.
Cania.
It
will immediately say Cania.
Shoulder? Like,
yeah.
As soon as you pull out a book, can I read with you? I'm interested.
Levistus is the lord of Stygia. Mephistopheles is the lord of Cania.
Fucking Mephistopheles. All right.
Can I honestly, I'll put the book over to Grim, and can we use the book to see what we can learn about Cania?
100%. I tell you what, do you want to have Grim roll? I mean, I hate to say just a flat intelligence check with advantage with your help, but I know Grim's got the higher intelligence, or do you want to roll it with Grim's help? Your choice.
No. I'll give it to Grim because using the items effectively here, 2024, you can buy a book on something, which is what we did, and it gives a +5 to the religion check.
Religion's good too. Yeah, I'm happy to allow religion. Yeah, absolutely. Do you get any other bonuses for religion, Grim? What would be your bonus for religion?
For religion, my religion is it's a +5 as well, so it's the same as my intelligence.
It's the same as the flat intelligence. You get a +5 on top of that because of the book, so that 11 becomes a 16.
Woo!
As you read through, specifically focusing on Cania, was it?
Yes.
Yeah. Cania is a realm, it is the 8th layer of the 9 hells, ruled over by Mephistopheles, an archdevil, known for his cunning, his guile, and his control over the magic of the weave. Cania as itself as a land is this brutal landscape, eternally locked in a freezing storm. Temperatures often dropping as low as -51 degrees Celsius.
Okay.
Giant mountains of solid ice rise across the landscape like teeth emerging from the ground, and the sky itself glows with an eerie aurora borealis, visible through the storm's cloud layer.
Lights in the sky.
Mephistopheles, as you sort of have a bit of a read through on Mephistopheles, again, a lot of this information is from speculation from a long time ago. Nostea's not had access to the Hells beyond very simple temporary summoning for some time. But what you can read as you go through this paints a picture of a very intelligent, very cunning, very calculating individual. Whereas Levistus, the Lord of Stygia, is hated, in fact is kept entombed in a giant iceberg because the other archdemons hate him so much. He's perpetually locked in his tomb. Mephistopheles is charming, is clever and manipulative amongst the devils, and at times has even manipulated the demons, with Avernus being the front lines of the blood war between the devils and the demons, the demons from the abyss, the devils from the nine hells. Mephistopheles has played both sides at various times and always seems to walk away untouched, unscarred by these actions. Yeah. Being of incredible power and incredible malice.
Over downtime we have between like sleeps and stuff, Bart's just going to study that book and try to learn a little bit about probably like problems that we might face if we run into Mephistopheles minions, like what sorts of devils fill up his ranks, stuff like that.
Yeah. What would you find in Cania? I'm happy to share that now. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you what you'll find. That's not a problem. I can tell you what you'd find in Cania. Gelugans are the main creatures that inhabit the realm of Cania, also known as ice devils. Insect-like creatures seemingly composed of ice-like chitin. Cold-hearted commanders that despise weakness. They are fairly powerful. They have access to magics as well as physical might. They can fly and manipulate cold in various ways, including manipulating the physicality of ice itself, summoning knives of ice, walls of ice. Yeah, could be quite dangerous foes.
If we end up sort of taking a bit of downtime here, I might sort of see if I can, I don't know if I can still use a little bit of that nat 20 if there's any left in that perception of the dome that's sort of creating
milk. Yeah,
why not? Well, I got it. But just sort of see if I can better figure out how this dome works without like taking it down. Like I don't want to risk sort of dropping it, but just so that like I can sort of take it down when we're ready to leave and potentially see if I can figure out how to get it back up again if the opportunity arises.
Lyra, with your natural 20 from before, the magic emanating from the cube that is releasing heat is not enough to create this dome. But something about the similarity of the cubes and the proximity of them, the cold, the frost and the fire cubes, something that you're not sure what it is, but you keep finding your attention brought back to that. Yeah, not sure exactly what it is.
I think when we are ready to sort of leave this place, like the plan kind of is I might try and take down, like have a chat to the frost elementor first and just sort of be like, hey, I'm about to take this down. So like, those little frosty wisp lights will probably be coming in. But if you don't need the cold cubes anymore, could we potentially take them with us if you don't have a use for them? But
worth an ask.
Yeah, when it comes to it. But yeah, what's the verdict, guys? We taking a bit of a nap here? We're taking a short rest? What are you guys feeling?
I could go for it. Well, the only reason I need to take a nap is if a proper nap is if we'd like to teleport out of here anytime soon. Aside from that, a short rest is adequate.
I think the elements are causing me to be a little bit under the weather. So maybe a rest here would be wise.
For the time we should spend here, our guides, do we have the time to, I guess, stay for the night? We have only traveled about half a day. What would be your advice?
Right. Sorry, I was just chatting with your companion, Cassius. Very astute young man, very complimentary of my axe. I think if we've got a place where we can rest in relative safety from the storm and shelter, we should take it. I can't say I relish the idea of being close to that beastie, the salamander, while we're sleeping, but you see you've got an understanding with it, lass.
Oh, yeah. Also, everyone needs to just sort of stay away from its nest. That's the entrance just over there. And then if I've sort of got like a guess as to where the extents of the underground cave is possibly, I'll also sort of direct people just give like a nice wide perimeter of, that general area.
Good to know.
I'm going to chew through... I'm going to chew through a channel divinity to get a free spell slot back. And I'm just going to... I know he's not here, but I'm just going to cast Zone of Truth on Harry and just be like, you're not going to take anything from the nest, yes?
Can I?
I mean, I hadn't really considered going down there until you brought it up.
But you're not going to?
I wasn't going to. No.
Are you still not going to?
Are there things down there I want?
Well, I was going to ask for them anyway.
Okay. We'll wait and see then. If you think it's going to make the salamander angry, then no, I won't go down.
Yes, it'll make the salamander angry, so don't go down.
Okay, I'll stick with you lot then.
Okay, well, I guess it says staying for like a long rest.
I had an idea, Bart, if you're worried, I can try something. I'd like to walk up to the nest, not to the perimeter where Lyra said, hey, don't step past here, but like find a tree or like a big rock or something that's by there. Is there something like a a good noticeable sized tree or rock I could
Yeah, there's a massive fir tree rising up just near the entrance to the nest.
Perfect. I'm gonna pull out my folio and just flip through my binder. I haven't used this in a while. Yes, here it is. I'm going to talk and then I'm just muttering to myself, but it's like my lips detach from myself, from my face, peeling away and transplant themselves onto the rock or the tree I'm speaking at as I cast Magic Mouth.
Yep.
Onto this object.
I figured out which spell you were casting. Now I'm wondering why.
Grim, the only way that I could talk with it was that mental link. It didn't understand.
No, it's for everyone else. And if you walk past this or interact with it anyway, it'd be like, hello, Grim here. Yes, lovely to meet you. Beware, there is a frost salamander in this cave here. They have lovely children. Please do not enter this cave, or they will maul your face off. Particularly, this goes towards you, Harry. They have nothing of importance to you. Please do not enter the cave.
I'm going to walk over and place a hand on Grim's shoulder. I thank you for overthinking so much. One.
You're solving problems months away. I love it. He's really thinking through this one.
Does it mean that you have no lips for the duration?
He still has his lips.
No, this is just
it's just the top layer of skin.
Yeah, it's just like
he's licked a pole.
Yes,
it's like I put on chapstick and I kiss the tree.
That's grotesque. I love it.
Now on there.
That's great.
This is just we like the salamander. I want to make sure no one gets. Don't have to.
It could be worse. He could have pulled out like the lower jaw of something and attached it to the tree. He could have described something way worse.
That's true.
Yeah, I kind of thought that was as light. I was going to take it like your lips peeling off. But
don't worry, you've made it horrifying. You've nailed it. Like the vibe of Grim spells and the way they're cast is it's frankly nightmare fuel.
Oh yeah, terrible. Love it. Horror.
Perfect.
Guys.
There's a couple things.
Yeah.
Bart would at least like to do before he begins the long rest, in case we're doing some stuff.
Alrighty.
Sorry. I wanted to collect up all of the robes of the Coldlight Walkers, and similar to when we were with the Myconids, dig a grave, place them all inside, and then spend an hour doing the ceremony spell just to put them to rest.
Messai immediately comes and assists you with this. Doesn't say a word, just wordlessly helps, grabbing a shovel from nearby the campsite and helping with the digging, gathering up the clothes.
Niles will help you.
And then I guess as we finish that ceremony done, Bart's gonna, I guess, like sit down with probably Niles and maybe even Grim because he's smart, and pull out rather than the book on devils, hold that off for future learnings because of the incredible checks from Grim, and instead wants to pull out the map of Northgard that we bought and just see if, from where we are, if there's any locations of importance, any geographical areas that look like we should keep an eye out, places that look like the giants or a wizard might be.
So the main area, so you've come from Scostal and you've been slowly heading northwest, more north than northwest. If you keep heading north, you'll eventually hit the coastline. It looks like Klaus's plan is to take you along a series of pathways that kind of not hug the coast, but move through the thinner forest to the edge of the coastline up towards Harengon, which is the town towards the north. The town you know has already been closed in by the storm, that they weren't able to evacuate in time. So you know you're probably going to find something up there. Between here and there, the map itself shows a number of small isolated villages. Like Harengon is a pretty major settlement. We're talking population of 200 to 300 or more. Scostal, probably about 400 to 500. There are smaller rural towns dotted between here and there. Little tiny farming steads and things like that. Maybe 10, 20 people living in each one of these little settlements out in the wilds. They're the main ones that kind of stand out. The other main marker is right up at the very tip on the northeastern edge. There's a little peninsula that juts out just towards the northeastern edge of the main Isle of Northgard, which is where you are now. And that is Coldridge Peninsula, and on top of it is Coldridge Lighthouse. You know that's where the spellcasters were headed. That's where your plan was to try and meet up. At the far northwestern edge, there is a larger promenade that is called the Bay of Ice. It is a massive beach, half closed in by floating sea ice. It is the closest tip before you hit the northern pole of Nostea. You would know, Bart, from your giant dreams and from talking with the others, the most likely method of movement for the frost giants is enormous longships that they would sail across the seas. If they were still able to do so and they haven't come across walking across the ice, that beach, it's massive. It's an enormous stretch of coastline. It's the most likely spot that they would have tried to stop at.
Oh, not even just there. Something Bart would like to keep an eye out for on the map is large areas of woodland that maybe they would collect the lumber for their ships. Is there any famous woods that stand out?
A lot of the island is covered in dense woodland, apart from that around the settlements.
Okay.
The whole western coast hasn't really been developed. It's all dense woodland, all the way from the north down towards the south. There's not like any specific areas of woodlands that would stand out. The whole island is densely wooded. It's one of the reasons that people chose to settle here. It's that the trees actually help protect them from the storms that blow in from the north. It's one of the major geographical features that kind of drew people here, rather than the smaller islands around. If I pull you back to the world map, it's really only the two big islands of Northgard that are inhabited. The others are abandoned because they're too small and there's no trees. There's another island far to the north, northeast, which would be big enough, but because it's so cold, no trees grow there. People can't stay there. There's not enough shelter.
Are there any areas with taller trees than sort of, the other locales around here?
Not specified on the map.
Noticeably taller.
Yeah, not enough to have been specified on the map as like hey, massive fucking trees here. Like, if there are, it's not been specified on the map.
But if Klaus is aware of any?
Yeah, you could ask Klaus.
There are a number of glades where ancient trees grow tall, but I infer from your questions you are asking about trees taller than giants. These are trees that are taller than their companions, but only by a few meters, tens of meters, not more than that.
I was just thinking more for the longship construction. I mean, if I was trying to build a boat big enough for a giant, longer planks might be easier than
longer planks.
Lots of teeny tiny short ones.
Longer planks might be easier. A number of the trees here grow very wide and very tall. You will find pine trees here that have grown for hundreds of years that are so wide 6 men could not link arms around it. They are enormous trees. And I had heard giants could use magic. No, they could change things.
I had a good brother in trees. Well, with an idea, but yeah.
Our tales here in the north sing of the frost giants singing to the trees and animals. You watch as he sort of goes a little bit embarrassed, his cheeks flushing for a moment. He's like, children's stories, of course, but it's what we were told when we were young.
No, well, you're not completely wrong. The fire giants would sing, and that's how they forged their metals.
It wouldn't be strange to think that the ice giants might do similar.
Could
Do you
I
have any more stories? Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna to give a little bit of an example. I also wanted to, over the long rest a couple of hours before and after, again, musicianer and inspiring leader, just gave everyone back the temp HP and inspiration. But I guess I'll do that through mimicking a little bit of the smith enchanting, that like humming, singing, so the best that Bard can do.
Yeah, 100%. Do you want to make a performance check?
How much is the 10 HP?
We have 13.
Nice. Oh, that's a 20, dude. That's one.
Hey, it's a good performance check. But I mean, yeah, you give it your best shot as you hum along. The music seems to swell around you. Something about these tones, these deep, deep tones. Some of them too low for you to biologically hit. But the ones that you are able to hit, you go for. The ones you can't, you go for a similar tone up the octave that you can reach. And as you sing, or I should say hum, this melody, you watch as the cubes pulse for a moment, the light blinking before the fire rages a little bit higher for a second, dying back down to its normal form.
That's interesting.
Depending
on if we have, sort of, depending on how much time, it might be sort of a bit of a long project over the next fair few long rests, but I think Lyra's going to sort of try and carve a bit of a, see if like the Coldlight Walkers, if they're sort of skeletal remains, like if there's sort of like a long bone.
It's no bone, no skeletal remains at all. It's just the clothing. It's almost like as soon as the cold wisps touched them, the wisp and the body were consumed instantly, leaving behind this tempest that kind of animated the clothing, moving like an echo of the figure and creature it once was, before perishing by your blades and arrows.
And when they died, it was just light and frost that sort of evaporated.
Yeah, coalesces into the crystals. Yeah.
Or if there are any other sort of like long bones that might have been left by the salamander or the previous loggers, or... I was thinking about trying to make a bone flute.
Oh, okay. Look, I would say if you have a bit of a look around the campsite, it is not unusual or weird that you would find the carcasses of maybe, say, an elk. There's an elk, probably the tibia would be the best for what you're looking for, because obviously like a humerus can be way too big, as is a femur.
Yeah.
Giant flute.
Yeah. Actually, because they're hooved animals, like the proper cloven hoof elks. So actually some of
like a little fife.
Some of the phalanges, some of the because they've got quite long toe bones that go down towards the hoof, the cartilage, I think, that makes up the hoof. Or so yeah, probably a phalange would be perfect, Lyra, for your purposes. Is the legitimate name of those bones.
So I think in the previous random proficiencies that I can just pick up, and I was just thinking, why not? Let's pick up an instrument that...
full bard party.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, one of those bones would be perfect. Or some of the bones in the ribs look like they'd be pretty good too.
As long as it's sort of flat enough.
Yeah, I'm just pulling open skeleton elks now.
It's like if you had like a rib, you would have like a real cool like.
Yeah, a bit of a curve to it.
Yeah.
Actually, do you know what would work best for what you're looking for? So moose and big elk, the top of their spine actually has like these bony crests that rise up that are almost the perfect width and length for the flute that you're describing.
Hell yeah. Well, I'll see if there's, the most suitable bone I can sort of find. And
Yeah.
I've never made one before, so I'm probably just going to butcher it anyway, but just going to give it a good go.
Yeah. Do you want to make me a sleight of hand check? Yes, Christian.
Try.
But
after a bit of time has passed and sort of prepping up camp, setting up everything, the fire, the singing and whatnot, Bart'll find a moment to get a seat next to Messy. Still loud enough, I guess, that everyone else can hear it, but just so what? The fight that occurred before, you were very helpful. I'm a very proud man from what I can see, helping me with obviously the bodies that you did not need to. You're not a local of this country. But where do your powers come from? You seemed otherworldly for a moment.
That's one word for it. Would you believe I'm a shifter? Man with the power of beasts?
Check, I guess.
it's a question he's asking rather than if you can roll insight for sure.
I don't know if he's just I'm a shifter, sure. When he's
No. He's legit asking, would you believe I'm a shifter? Legitimately asking, would you believe it?
Oh.
Which of the guildmates was it that also had the lichen?
Wiltix.
Because if I can chime in, just sort of shout sort of over the shoulder as I'm calming, I'm like, oh no, we've got a guildmate that was very similar to you, Wiltix.
Oh, I've heard of Wiltix.
He can control it.
He comes up in the
similar to you.
Yeah.
11, Bartholomew. He's legitimately asking, would you believe it? He's asking very politely and in a roundabout way. Don't push this. Is the sense you're getting from him.
Yeah.
Not aggressive, just there's a weariness, and he's really hoping you just take this and move away. Don't ask any further questions about this. But there's a resignation. He knows that this was coming ever since the battle started. Yeah. There's a weariness to him.
Hey, no judgment here.
No, I think I can be more than happy believing that you were very useful and helpful, and I'll sort of give him a slap on the back.
Thanks. Yeah, you're not too bad yourself. None of you. Let's just say when I'm in danger, when the people I'm around are in danger, I can take on a form more suited for combat. I'm in control of the transformations, for the most part. If I'm not, I'll let you know. Give you plenty of time to get away, and I'll make sure I'm not a danger to any one of you. You can trust me on that.
Didn't want to bring it up, but it's really good to know.
I actually have a question. Your garments, they're very similar to what Vieris wears. The gi, the robes.
Oh.
Where do you hail from? Are you from a temple or monastery?
No. My transformations, clothes need to be free-flowing. They need to I need to be able to... I grow when I take on some of the woven attributes, and so having easily fitted, loose-fitting clothing is essential. Otherwise, let's just say...
To me undergarments.
Well, we could get you some fine clothes from back home if you were interested.
Look,
Did they change?
What about
Clothes?
Magical clothes that could change with your shape. Oh,
stretchy
How's would make something like that?
I'm sure I could get
Actually,
some.
or if not, how's the invisible?
I've never looked into clothes that could change shape. I didn't know that was a thing. That's I'm also kind of cross my friend, the wizard Savunk. He's never mentioned this. This sounds like some magic shit. I told you I'm not very good with magic. If he's not mentioned this to me before, I'm now actually quite cross with him. Fuck him if this is an actual thing.
More artificy rather than magic per se.
Okay.
If he's kind of like Grim, it wouldn't surprise me that he's very single-minded on certain topics.
Oh, he's single-minded.
Hey, that's very true. Yes.
Question. I missed this bit. Did you say his friend Wizard the Savant?
Yeah, I've been looking for him for a while now. He's vanished on me. We were supposed to meet in Oxenfurt, but fuck, I didn't show. I've been trying to find him, track him down.
Oh,
We did find out last session. We connected the dots that he's in Barovia. Yeah.
yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not monastically I'm not monastically trained. Monastically. I did buy these from a group of monks. Temple. I forget where it was. Over towards the east, I think. Humans and half elves preaching love and peace and stuff, and they had cheap clothes that I could wear and not worry about getting torn too much. There's not much more to it than that.
That
Sounds like a good religion or a good cult. Either way, they sell cheap clothes.
You know, it's funny. It's
Don't
funny
really
to mention
know.
that they only ate fruit. That sounds culty, doesn't it?
Just
That
a little
does
bit.
sound rather culty. Yeah.
Yeah.
there are
I mean,
some.
they won't have scurvy, but it is rather weird.
I do know that there are some monastic sects that are vegetarian, but
I don't think they were having a lot of
diet
sex.
No, that's. I mean, like. No, never mind. Never mind.
He watches Messi smirks, canine teeth pointing over his bottom lip as he smiles at you, Niles, and gives you a wink. Or maybe they
Niles,
were.
yeah,
I don't know.
just
I don't know what type of
extends-
cult it was. Might have been. They might have been having lots of that. I didn't stick around for that bit.
His head just swivels 360, like ah.
If you could see an owl blush.
Yeah. like his whole head rotates this way. Ah.
I wasn't there for that bit, mate. I don't know if they were doing any of that.
Well, I mean,
What?
you know,
So, what brings you up here?
Well,
looking for that wizard.
looking for Savank.
Look at me whisper. Oh, cool.
I mean, the plan was that we'd meet up and head north, so I figured he'd gone on without me. He didn't say where north, so I've just been kind of making my way north since I left Oxenfurt.
Or what plane, I guess.
Yeah, well, now that we know we suspect it's on Barovia, fuckers just ditched me. So, and I'm trapped here too, hence trudging through the
You
snow.
say that you've been traveling for a long, long time, right? Across continents?
Oh, I mean, like I've been traveling most of my life, but specifically looking for Savank, that's only been 4 or 5 weeks.
Just out of curiosity, and we could easily split it if need be. I've never met someone as worldly as yourself. You wouldn't have happened to have any knowledge on a certain halfling, Cutthroat Finnegan?
Cutthroat Finnegan? No? Who's that?
No? Okay.
Can I do a sneaky insight? Just like a
Finnegan, can
try
you
and clock it.
in?
Yeah, you can do an insight check on is that on Bard or on Messi?
on Messi.
Messi.
Just to sort of see, like, does he legit not know them or?
No, if anything, he's doing his best to hold back a laugh at the name Cutthroat Finnegan, which he finds very funny. That's all there is to it. You don't think he knows any more than that.
I completely forgot about that NPC.
Yeah, I think it was mentioned like once, but they had a 20,000 gold bounty, and so
Oh yeah.
this is the first time that I thought of like this is probably someone that actually might know about him. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
What are you hunting him for? I'm guessing cutting throats.
Yeah, he's a bad dude. We're heroes and champions of the world, adventurers. So,
And his
it's definitely
name's
not because they'll pay us a bunch of gold.
how much gold?
Many gold.
I'll keep an ear out for this Cutthroat Finnegan. Couldn't think of a better name than that. Whatever. It's hilarious. And he's a halfling, you said.
Right.
How does he reach their necks to cut them? Does he have a stepladder that he takes with him? How does he manage this?
Jumps really, really high.
Yeah.
Has
I
the
read a book
long.
about a doll that was possessed once, Chunksy. It was pretty scary as a kid, so I don't know, maybe something like that.
Yeah. Man.
So
Very
maybe
good
has
core strength.
can halflings wear stilts? I wonder. Like, is that a thing?
No, they're forbidden by magic. They can't wear them.
Like Aarakocra and talking.
Curse
makes
on their
sense.
race.
Walking
Yeah,
around
yeah.
on each other's shoulders and
Yeah.
you know,
Much like the
try and
Kenku.
hide with one big trench coat.
Yeah,
That's
no, I
right,
heard
that's right.
tales. Heard tales.
Yes.
The Kenku once angered a god that took their speech away. Yeah, halflings angered a god that took their ability to wear stilts away, Grim. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't see many halflings at circuses
Yeah.
wearing stilts. You do see a lot of halflings at circuses.
Yeah.
Having tomatoes thrown.
It was the same god, Grim, that cursed kobolds that whenever they want to disguise themselves, they always have to have 3 of them in a trench coat.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's the same god.
You
I
always
like,
hear,
I like that god. A god of a sense of humor.
you always hear about the halflings, but what about the fullings? That's what I want to know.
You watch as Messi cracks a genuine smirk, Niles. Yeah, it's good, mate. Good. I like that. See, isn't this fun? With the frozen north, death could strike us at any minute, and we're having a laugh. This is what life's all about.
This is
Before
what
I think-
adventuring's all about.
Before I forget, and I take out a Tempest Guild business card, and on the back, I'm going to write C. Wiltix. I'm just like, well, if you're ever looking for someone that's had similar experiences, possibly to your deal, and maybe he knows about expanding clothes, who knows? But
Look,
just sort of.
I'll take the business card, but full disclosure, I can't read.
Oh.
Never learned. Didn't see the point. I always had Savonk for that. He was the book one. I was the cool muscle one.
If Savonk didn't tell you, there's spells that can help you learn every language as well. So he's really kind of shat
Motherfucker.
on you.
He looks away. Motherfucker.
Well, you just... Sorry, back to this real quick. You said you and your wizard friend were going to the north before your wizard friend...
Yeah. He said he'd found some trail of something, needed my help, was going to meet me in Oxenfurt. Said that there was... I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. He sent it via some sort of telepathic thing he does sometimes. What was it he said? He said there'll be people to kill, monsters to kill, wine to drink. Yeah, that was it.
Sounds like the hells to me.
Does sound like the hills.
He didn't mention
Is there wine in
hells.
hell?
I can't comment on hells, but where
Did
his
he not
Barovia
mention
places.
hells?
He didn't.
You
Yeah,
mentioned no hells.
He did not mention the hells. But look, as I said before when we were chatting, he said there was something he needed my help for. He'd meet me in Oxenfurt. I was a day late. A single day. Okay, maybe 2 days late. 2 days late.
Still,
At the very most, 2.5. And I wasn't there. So I waited around for a couple of days. Asked around. People had seen him leave without me. Heading north. That's it. And the problem is, right, fucker walks around in a hood most of the time. So whenever I ask, have you seen a hooded gentleman walking this path? Yeah, most people fucking have. So I've been following leads that have led me to literally every single town between here and Oxenfurt. I'm only here because I can't go any further fucking north from Oxenfurt. Here. Well, I guess we are to Coldridge, but we know where he is now.
Further north.
Yeah. No, look, I owe you guys a debt of gratitude. You helped me figure out where the fucker had gone.
Well, at least you've got good company.
Yes.
Exactly.
Too early to say that just yet. He has met us quite as well.
Yeah, I haven't got any fullings, but we'll make do with halflings, eh? Gives you a smile, Niles.
I don't have it on my notes here. I'm going to blame D&D Beyond. My internet's currently crapping itself. The name of the it's a Goliath with us that's guiding us.
A human, just
Or
a
a large
very,
human.
very muscly human. Who, you
Klaus.
kind of had a bit of a hint, Bart.
Wow,
I think
so.
I think it was Bart. You had a bit of a hint. He might have Goliath blood.
The Klaus?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was clear. I didn't want to say Klaus and just be like Winter Wonderland,
Accuse him.
stereotypical. Klaus, we've been looking over this map, sort of planning things out. There's possibly this bay that we might want to go and visit while we're traveling, but a lot of these smaller towns, obviously you're trying to remove the frost, the darkness, the problems that have been plaguing everyone here, purely out of obviously the looks of this lumber camp. Are there any of these smaller, more rural areas that you would like to pass through on the way? I don't know about the others, but I would be happy to check in on them.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind stopping by each and every one of them if there's a chance that someone survived. But the problem is we have to weigh up what's going to do the most good. If we can get rid of the source of this storm, we help everyone, no matter where they are or who they are. If we stop and delay any longer, the only reason I stopped here is because I knew it was just off the pathway. We were close enough that we needed a bit of a rest. How about if we ever need to stop somewhere and take a break, we make sure we do so in one of the settlements nearby? I think A, because it'll provide us shelter, and B, because we might hopefully find survivors that we can help rescue. After this, though...
Two birds with one stone.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, though, with the two of you. After this,
Thank
though,
you for waiting.
my concern is that we're putting ourselves in danger by stopping at these places. I mean,
Well, if there's ever
this was
an
grim.
issue about that, I can make one of these, but it's a little bit
Smaller.
more cramped. Exactly, smaller. Yes.
I
We'll
will-
have to
that's-
sleep head to toe.
Look, that's
Also-
better for conserving body heat. I prefer that, frankly, in weather like this.
That's one way to look at it. I'm quite happy with it. I can't make a second story, so that will do quite well.
I'm used to sleeping rough. If you can provide magical shelter, I'm not going to turn
Will
my...
keep us warm at least.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn my nose up at that wizard. You're already doing better than I've done most of the time on my own in the wilderness. At least I don't have to make an igloo. My bare hands.
I cannot compare. I would never do that. I would sooner become another stick that you would walk past and think it was a tree, but no, it's a frozen corpse.
Get
If
your
I had a
employees
hat,
to do it.
I would tip my hat to you, sir.
You could just get your employees to do it, though, wouldn't you, Grim?
Well, I'd rather use those corpses to cover me if they could not make a shelter. They're not quite adept at building
A,
things.
a
I've tried
corpse
a few times.
igloo? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. When you have enough corpses, you can
Corpse
stack
glue.
them on each other, and they can provide some sort of insulation of sorts. Zombies will do. Skeletons, not quite. You have to use their rib cages for thatching with leaves.
You watch this class
Imagine
nods
it would
along to
smell
this.
awful.
You watch this class actually nods to this. It's been one time I was caught out, and the only way I could keep myself warm was with the body of a freshly slain deer.
Oh.
What you're describing's not foolishness. Out here you do what you need to do to survive.
If I can't quite reminisce with exactly your experiences with the weather, but I've been in places just as hostile as this, if you could say. You have to do what you do. I understand, class. But no fun dwelling on misfortunes. We are in a good spirits and a good place right here with good hearth and good home. Let's enjoy the night, I guess.
Look, I'm all about surviving and whatnot, but have you ever tried to pick the viscera of blood and guts out of your wings and your tail feathers? It takes a long time.
Not of my tail feathers, no.
No, but I'm just saying it takes a long time.
I can
It's
imagine.
freezing.
But I guess you got to do what you got to do, right?
I mean, you do, but it could look nice. Oh wait, no, you need them for flying, so you don't want them clogged. I thought it could look really, kind of cool if you had like blood on you.
Get your flight feathers,
your feathers cool color.
coagulated. It's a terrible time.
I kind of thought, yeah, yours are more purpose than for looks. I could imagine, yes. Could you do a bath? Does a bath get it off well, or do you have to really get in there for comb? And
Here's a
Bit
question.
of a bath is good.
Aarakocra baths. We've got two options here. One is to go because we haven't discussed this. One is to go the Japanese onsen style. The other is small shallow bowls of hot water that the Aarakocra come and like fluff themselves up inside and then wander off away from. I give it.
Onsen.
I hand it over to Bart and
I was first picturing bird bath, like when they go in the dirt and they're like.
No, it's
I'm
actually
like, I didn't want to assume that.
it's a bit of both. It's like the serenity of an onsen, but the bird just kind of like lands in the pond and it's just like flashes around.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's what we're going to do. The Owlins use the onsen because they're sort of like the elite in the Aarakocra and Owlin society. The Aarakocra have the small bird baths that they like duck in and like shake themselves off in. Done. That is now
The barrel
canon.
cut in half, and they just.
This is canon. Yes.
That is now canon,
yes.
locked in forever. I will
Perfect.
update my notes on the wiki
Perfect.
for Owlin and
Perfect.
Aarakocra. I was picturing like very like onsen style because we've based a lot of the
It feels-
Owlin and
it feels
Aarakocra.
right.
Yeah, we've
They
based a
feel
lot of their
more
culture on
regal. They're not gonna,
Chinese
like,
and
fuck around.
Japanese.
They're gonna sit down with their wings spread out in the water and just be like, yes, you come for the meeting. Yes, we're gonna be talking business and
right.
not finance, but royalty or something.
And there are special rooms that channel because of Eris, the massive fortress, because of its position up. There are tunnels and channels that filter air through warm air to create these updrafts that you then stand over these grates to dry off afterwards to like remove the water from your feathers. There you go. We've nailed it. Got it all figured out.
I'll make notes.
Nice.
I'm just imagining like the puffiest bird ever.
Yeah. So it sounds. Yeah. So it sounds like you guys are all going to do your best to enjoy or at least partake of a long rest while you're inside this, modified Leon's tiny hut away from the storm.
Did we find out the name of that item I tuned to that I was given? And when I say given, I mean I took from the dead Aarakocra.
Let me pull that open. I've got that here. That was the hood.
I think I tuned to it last time.
Is it not on your character sheet?
Sure. No, I haven't tuned
I'll
to it
double
yet.
check. I've created it as a homebrew item. If it's, I'll check in a minute. I'll add it anyway. It's essentially it's a shadow weave hood, Grim. It allows you to pass unseen. Essentially, it gives you basically like proficiency in stealth while you're wearing it and attuned to it. You can hide in shadows with advantage. Like it's all about sort of keeping you hidden. And its special action is you can like misty step through shadows up to a certain range. I'll make sure it's in your character sheet.
Thank you.
I was just gonna say, if I can, before we go to sleep, I was gonna see if I could maybe get Harry to give me a hand with just sort of checking the remains of the Coldlight Walkers. Anything else around camp? Is there anything worth looting? Anything cool, interesting? Yada yada yada.
Yeah, 100%. As you begin to go through, you go over to Harry. Harry's like, "Oh yeah, I've already been picking through all the bodies. That's kind of what I do. It's my special move."
Interesting?
Well, I didn't find any carrots, but I did find all of this. As he like upturns a pouch full of shit. Do you want to roll for me a investigation check, please, Lyra?
Anything else other than investigation?
Oh, perception. Investigation or perception. Your choice.
It's like -1 versus 8.
Yeah, we'll take the...
Makes a difference.
Yeah.
19.
That would have been a 7.
19. Could you please roll for me? Could I please have could I have 2 d4s separately? Can you roll 2 d4s for me? Going through all of their goods, you find a whole bunch. 2 and 4. Going through their stuff, you find a whole bunch of random crap that you think is probably worth about 18 gold pieces and 22 silver pieces. I'm going to put that in chat for you. And then 2 and a 4. Okay, let's do the 2 first. Can you roll a d100 for me? $44. Okay, can you roll another D100 for me, please?
D100, not D120. I don't even know what that is. 200.
Okay.
Wait, did you say 200?
She means 20. I know what she's doing. She's trying to fuck with me. Trying to fuck with me again.
No, I constantly roll zeros on D10s.
20 was the second one. Oh, okay. Can you re-roll that? Only because what you've rolled there is Nature's Mantle, which was Yervith's special cloak that we had for most of the campaign. It was actually brought into his character art. I'm going to get you to re-roll just for that one, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Also, because it requires attunement by a Druid or Ranger, none of you meet that task. 56.
Druid!
Oh yeah, but you're not gonna. You don't want Nature's Mantle. You're all about doing. That's not your. It's not your
Mushroom
shit.
shit.
Yeah. 56. Okay. Here is what you find. Harry turns over a pair of gloves. They are this almost like light grey, well-woven linen kind of construction. And as Harry slips them over onto his hands, you watch as they seem to blend in with his fur, even blending in with the metal of his giant forged metallic arm, I think is the word we're using for it. And then as he takes them off again, they manifest once again. They're so thin, the material is so thin, it's almost see-through when you put it on. Gloves of thievery.
Oh, no way.
I go to put them in the bag, and then I just sort of think to myself, do we just give them to Harry now?
Oh,
Sounds like an M thing.
I think they look pretty cool. I wouldn't be too sad if I got to keep them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not even gonna bother putting them in the bag. Just give them straight to Harry. Stick it on his.
Harry,
Yeah,
I'll
did you-
read in between the two of them. I think I'd like to wear them, you know?
I mean,
Oh.
if you
They
want.
match so well to the fur.
Yeah, but you've got big meaty fists, but and these are like little dainty gloves for a little Harengon.
I was
I mean-
trying to make a joke. Now I feel body shamed.
No, it's because you're so strong. You've got like big muscles, and I'm just a little rabbit boy.
Okay.
A small belly.
I'll take that as a
Again,
compliment.
next to the fire and look at my hands.
You have mighty fine talents, Bartholomew.
As you examine your hands, but you do have
Big talent.
you could easily you could hold both of Harry's little paws in your in one single
Side
hand
check
easily.
my hand.
Yeah,
You can hold his head in one hand, like big
Yeah.
meaty palms.
yeah, you totally could.
Definitely good vibes holding a rabbit's head in the clutches of my owl claws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like evolution, your ancestors.
I think I made this joke like way earlier on the campaign.
Oh, did you?
I was like, Harengon. Well, it's been a while.
Run, little boy.
The other item you find, I'm actually going to display the picture for. It's a silvery brooch with a blue feather emerging from inside of it.
Ooh.
The feather glistens with frost and magic, and you can see that on the silver part of the brooch, the symbol of an anchor has been carved.
Ah.
Do I get a vibe of sort of what it does? And are they sort of like a sateen blue? I mean, I'm just thinking like,
Bowerbird blue, definitely bowerbird blue.
Whoa.
and then like with the anchor, and I'm like just sort of like looking at it like, do we get like Meloran kind of vibes or anything? Like, is this like a divine drop from old friend Millie?
Bowerbird Blue, you say? Satine would love this.
Bowerbird blue. As you look over it, do you want to make for me? I know Arcana's not your thing. Do you want to give it to Grim, and Grim could roll the Arcana check?
Yes, I give it to Grim. Oh,
Grim,
actually, I mean, I did already roll, but
okay. It's a natural
because
fucking
it's a nat
20. Lyra,
What?
I'm happy to take your
or
roll for
19
this.
because it's -1.
Yeah, but it's still a natural 20. It's still a natural 20. We still do crits on skill checks and things like that. Yeah, you recognize this because you've seen one before. Specifically this exact item before with the anchor drawn on it. The one you saw looked a little bit different. The feathers that were arranged inside this brooch, the one that you saw, I'm going to say maybe back when you were a druid with your circle way back. The token that you saw, the feathers were this brilliant, almost like macaw orange and green. It's very parrot-colored colors. This one is far more subtle, bowerbird blue. You know that as an action, you can touch this token to a boat or a ship, and for the next 24 hours, the vessel cannot be moved by any means. It is locked in place. It's an anchor that holds it in place.
When you say,
Oh, that's
is it any ship?
Touch the token to a boat or ship is what is written here. Rules as
It's like
written.
an airship.
Rules as written, an airship would qualify. As would a bathysphere, a submersible.
The planet spinning is a
suppose
vehicle
not a
that
ship.
has
It's
life
not a
living
ship.
on it.
Nice try.
I mean,
I'm also thinking,
Stick it to the ground and everyone just goes.
tell that to the
The entire planet is sterilized in an instant as the gravitational pull of ceasing its rotation causes everything on the surface,
Throws
including
everyone.
most of the crust, to immediately evacuate into space. Yeah, no, it wouldn't work on the
I'm also
planet.
thinking a longship? A
Longship
giant
would also
longship?
work. Would also work.
What was this item called again?
Some
This is
kids just,
Qual's feather token. I'll
some
put the.
kids just in like a little
link.
fountain somewhere in a city with a little paper boat, and you just stick this to it. No.
Perfect use of the magic light.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
This is what we adventure through.
Right. Is it the fan or the anchor
It's
variant?
the anchor variant.
Okay.
That's why I got you to roll
That's
on the dice.
Hell
hilarious.
yeah.
That's so cool.
Well, I've stuck it in the party inventory, but is it the kind of thing that, like Buck would like pin to his shirt or something? Or I
Yeah.
don't know.
There's funny variations of this. My favorite one is the tree. You must be outdoors to use this token. You can take a magic action to touch it to an unoccupied space in the ground. The token disappears, and in its place, a tree springs into existence. The tree is 60 feet tall and has a 5-foot diameter trunk. It's just boom, instant tree. It's very funny. Actually, if you had transport through plants,
or do you still
single use?
Like, if you had enough tokens and like you could like set up like a
reforest.
This one with the boat, is this one also single use?
All of them are single use.
Okay.
Okay, that changes everything.
a one-time thing.
I guess a pendant or a pin to hold my
Cravat kind of thing.
Because we were given all of those big furry cloaks and whatnot for the Northgard sort of vibe. So I'm going to use that as the pendant attaching them together.
Yeah. It's a brooch.
You have to make sure you never qualify as a boat
It's a ship.
any time. Or as a ship, yeah, exactly. You don't like
never put the robe
Flying
in the air.
How
can I hop on your back
esoteric.
while you're in the water? Yeah, sure. Hop on my shoulders. And
No, we can go. We can go more esoteric. What if it also includes relationships as you try and get close to? As you try and get close.
Wow.
You're basically a boat full
my
of
life.
bacteria that live on you, like all the bacteria. Like you're basically a boat.
Quail's feather token, the anchor feather token specifically.
Well, I've stuck it in the party inventory, but I guess Bart's wearing it as decoration.
Yeah, Bart's like adjusting his like.
Perfect.
That was a bit of fun.
Good finding, Harry.
Good job, Harry.
Oh yeah, I like to make sure that nothing's left behind when I've got a few moments to check on things. You'll notice you haven't heard Grimm's voice talking through the magic mouth. I've not gone near the salamander.
I'm very pleased. That's a very good job. Good job.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Let's
Do my
keep it
best.
that way.
Love playing Harry. As Harry goes and curls up near the fire. Wait.
No. I was going to say, has Figment weighed in with the situation at all? Is he quiet?
You guys haven't asked Figment yet. No.
Oh. Okay. Well, how's Figment doing there? How's Figgy doing, Harry?
Oh, yeah, I can check in with him if you like. He's been a bit quiet for the last little bit. I don't know what specifically, but I can check in with him.
Since being in the dome?
Oh, no, just since we were going through the storm. I just sort of gave him a bit of space.
Okay.
Figgy, as he sort of calls out. There's a momentary pause, and then you hear Figment's voice projected to all of you.
Yes, Harry.
Whoa.
How can I help?
We had some questions about what's going on. And then, yep, you guys had some questions. I didn't have any questions, but you had some questions.
I just wanted to know what Figment's assessment of the situation was.
Yeah, the storm around us. We have suspicions that it is Arcania and Mephistopheles pushing through onto the material plane. Is that something that your records have ever seen happen in the past?
I know that devils and demons tried many times to push through their territory onto the giant planet, onto Nostea in the distant past, but they were repelled at every turn. My knowledge of the devils is somewhat limited. I have not recovered those parts of my memory yet. I apologize. Your assessment of this being the winds of Cania, I think, is astute. That hypothesis makes the most sense. The bitter colds, the ceaseless winds, the faint screams I think I can detect upon the air itself. There is nothing natural about this storm. I think you have already discerned the source of it. How it is pushing its way through into our world, I imagine some sort of breach somewhere.
Oh, you said the source. We were actually uncertain about that. If you've already figured it out, we didn't know if the wind was coming from a single direction or from the source of where the wind was coming from, or if it was circular, like some sort of a tornado. Can you sense where the source is?
Unfortunately not. I could not tell you, only that the wind does seem to be blowing from the north. If this is a storm centered on a point, then we must be in the far periphery, in the far edges of it, for the wind to be so directional, as it were. No, I think your hypothesis of this originating from a point makes sense to me. I would would not differ in opinion from that. We are in agreement.
Those wisps that are just outside the dome, or even the power source of the dome itself, and just kind of gesture to it, both the wisps and the power source. Anything similar like these sort of pop on your radar, or?
The cubes seem somewhat familiar. I know the frost giants were masters of thermal transfer, playing around with the movement of heat and cold. I would not be surprised if this is some construct of theirs, though the design is unfamiliar to me. In terms of the wisps, I have no record of any creatures like this in my databank. Perhaps if these are from Cania or Stygia, as you have hypothesized, these could be denizens, which would make them devils or something similar.
Have we inspected the power source yet to learn more about it?
Not really in detail, no.
That is, it's odd that Figment thinks that these wisps and the Coldlight Walkers are devils. Lyra, they seemed to be almost more, I would hazard to say, celestial. They were unaffected by your radiance, were they not?
True. Oh.
Less affected.
They were less affected by moonlight, moonbeam.
The necrotic from Grim seems to have perfect effect against them, whereas your more radiant effects and magic were lessened. I don't know much about devils, so I don't know if they're naturally resistant to divinity, but I would assume that
is strange. Well, I mean, unless the devils of Cania happen to have a resistance naturally to radiance, but no, you're right, that is odd.
I personally originally thought that the Coldlight Walkers and whatnot were just exactly like the wisps, and what I've read about them in swamp books and nursery rhymes were spirits of the dead. Not devils per se, but I guess things that were passing on to the afterlife. So an angel in a sense, I guess.
They could be souls. Your hypothesis, Bartholomew, could be correct. These could be souls, not creatures of undeath, but something not too far from that.
That is... Well, that's a thought.
I mean, I know that I was a combatant in that fight, but my memory is hazy. It's almost as if I've been away for some time. But you're saying that these creatures, they were more susceptible to fire damage? What about regular attacks? What sort of effects did they have? My strikes were pretty good, but were they as effective as they could have been?
No, it seems to be trying to cut through air itself.
There was an intangibility to them with any non-magical weapons. Not fully intangible. But less. Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
A darker hypothesis. I broke that soul stone a while ago when in the presence of Meloran. Something that Vice seemed pretty interested in. I don't know much about it, but obviously devils are interested in them. Obsidian Foot was selling his kin for the same thing. It said, the salamander said that any living creature here was being turned into frost hearts. What if Mephistopheles has found a way to forcibly take souls without a contract?
And they're just doomed to wander around until they can find a living being to join with?
Well, the salamander seems to like those little gems. What if that gem is their soul made physical? They turn everyone into Coldlight Walkers, they kill them off, and then collect the gems like pirates collecting bounty.
Oh, energy.
It's like they're like the cold, and they seem pretty cold, so maybe they just really like collecting cold things.
Well, I mean, what if Mephistopheles is literally trying to warm hell? I mean, so we've got the souls, if we consider them to be warm in nature. They join with something living to create a frost heart, leaving only cold behind. That heat has to go somewhere.
You
From
think
what we read in the book, though, he seems to be almost embodied by cold. I think this is just a scheme to collect energy, like
Energy
you're
in
saying.
some other way.
Yeah.
How many souls does he need? He's got contracts with the Durga, apparently a contract with the Eris, and now what? He's just claiming souls in the north as well? This seems elaborate.
This
For one devil.
There is definitely a larger scheme that he seems to be underway with, considering his influences. Well, this is our third time encountering his influence.
Look, once is funny, twice is a bit of a coincidence, but 3 times? We're not even sure that Vice was even Mephistopheles. He might have been displaying the incorrect colors.
Well, I feel like it's an educated guess that he is.
Or at least related.
The peregrines that were taken, that there was a coldness and a chill just like this when their bodies were taken.
True.
All roads lead to Mephistopheles?
Maybe.
I thought Hadar was our biggest problem, but
Jimmy, perhaps.
Could be the enemy of our enemy is our friend. I mean, maybe he's trying to collect energy to feed the hungry Jimmy. I mean, I doubt it, but...
Should I ask Jimmy if he knows anything about this while these guys are talking?
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Would you like to consult the entity that resides within your soul, Grim?
Yeah, I'm still here. Like, you guys are talking, and I'm
But actually,
just palming my hand, listening to everyone.
there is a little bit of similarity in what that does and how this works. I think I'm not smart like you are, but I can see similarity. So maybe your entity will know something about this.
Thank you. I do try to read up on anything and everything.
Well, I'm just saying that your entity likes to eat energy, death energy. The creature out there and other beings seem to want to feed on corpses
energy,
forth, and then leave a soul. A bit similar, maybe.
Just before you bring him out, one concern.
Yes, well,
he's not going to try and eat the.
Oh yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're not summoning.
Otherwise, we're going to be really cold tonight.
He's no. Look, I'll keep 20 paces away from it, and then I step back like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, I'm well.
Preferably away from the salamander too.
not near the salamander. Yeah.
A little bit more adjacent, of course.
Can we hold off?
I'm not going to bring him out. I'm just going to touch my hand.
Can we please hold off on this experimenting?
Think about it.
No, maybe we just don't do anything right now while we're in a safe area protected from many, many wisps on the outside. Maybe we just don't fuck with things right now.
Yeah, it'd be kind of a rough night. In the morning, though, once we drop this barrier.
That's a good point.
I mean, we have to face the wisp anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And try not to die.
I look at Guru. Can I get an inside check? Is he thinking he's going to do it anyway?
I am at least like 50 meters from everyone right now, and I'm just nodding my head like,
I don't think an insight check is needed. I think it's very clear, written all over Grim's face, that he is absolutely going to do this the second you're no longer paying him attention.
Yeah. I just look at Bart and I'm like, he's gonna do it. You know this. He's gonna do it anyway.
Okay. Whilst I'm so far away from everyone, I'm gonna spend 10 minutes to cast Lehman's tiny hut, so we can have a hut inside of a hut.
Yep. Okay.
Is it like putting a bag inside of the bag?
You watch as Grim explodes into a bag, man. No, yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
No.
And then get sent back in time to inhabit your bag. No, Grim, absolutely. You can cast Lehman's tiny hut. Of course you can.
The Bagman Continuum. What?
Grim has achieved quantum immortality.
Yeah, we're a Russian nesting doll right now.
Yeah.
I was going to mention just before we were about to start the long rest, I'm not sure how prepared you are for this DM, but would we be able to? I'll look to the others. Should we? I mentioned it during the walk earlier today, but should we attempt a dream to see if we can work out what happened with the frost giants. We've done it in each place we've been in now, and I feel like we need to know what happened in the past here.
This is probably the safest place, if any. I mean,
I think that's a wise choice.
we just have to pre-warn Klaus and Messi and Cass if he doesn't have the stone.
I feel much safer, honestly,
they won't be
with
able to
Misty
wake
here.
us.
Well, and Klaus as well. They're both capable fighters. Cassius has already proven himself.
Mm-hmm. And who knows what's going to happen with Grim? I mean, hell, we were worried about him just talking to a stone.
I can't hear what you guys are saying, but I'm waving at you from inside my little
Grim.
I really hope his dream doesn't eat our dreams. That would be terrifying.
Man, what a terrifying move that would be.
I hadn't thought of that possibility. Ooh.
Grim, while the others are preparing to attempt to I mean, you know you can ask Figment to try and trigger one to see the events of the past if he's gathered enough information. While they're doing that, Grim, getting ready for bed, are you attempting to use your Heartstone? Or the approximation of one that you have?
I've made myself my nice little hut. I've got myself my little bed with, like, rib cage, like, like little mattress made there and whatnot. Nice.
Sounds so uncomfortable.
It's aesthetic, really.
You're aura farming more than you're sleeping tonight.
Exactly. Yes. No. It's a wizard thing. You don't want another wizard to come in and be like, "Oh, wow, he sleeps on My Little Pony sheets.
Oh, he looks so comfortable." Yeah, man. Yeah. We all know wizards are hardcore, man. It's okay.
Yeah, they're hardcore aura farmers. And then he's going to just have a chat with Jimmy. And
as you do.
Grim.
Jimmy,
could you roll me D100?
Just wanted to say, how are you? It's been a while. A day. A long day. Yes. D100. Here. There we go.
87.
87? That's pretty good.
87. Yes.
If Owen works in the scale of that, but I know he's
you know I don't.
Maybe it's bad.
I know.
you know most of my D100 tables are randomized or reversed, so that there's no like foreshadowing or foreknowledge.
Oh, I know. We've been playing together.
Brilliant.
I do know this.
Except for 1 and 100. 1 and 100 are special and sacred, and I always keep them exactly where they belong. Grim, as you attempt to connect to the darkness, the hunger that lurks within the stone and within your soul, as you reach out, there is that sense of satisfaction still there. The hunger is still sated from what it ate back in Oxenfurt. There is no deeper desire, no pull yet. But you can tell that it is growing once again, the hunger. It is returning. Not now, but soon. You will need to feed it.
Has it feasted while I've been here? Like, has it had a mood boosh?
It has been unable or unwilling, less likely, to feed upon the Coldlight Walkers. Something about them does not fill it.
Okay. That's what I was concerned about. Okay. There's literally no necromantic
Because
energy.
their souls have already been eaten by Mephistopheles.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I do know.
I don't know, man. I'm just a DM. I just read.
I just have this thought of like this very angry, like dark entity, like I can't eat, and then like Mephistopheles like, yes,
Just Mephistopheles slowly dabs at his mouth with a little.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were they for you? Oh, my bad. Oh, my apologies. Sorry. Yeah. Grim. There's nothing more from your entity, nothing else. It is, for the moment, it is fairly sated. It has no use for you right now.
It's okay, Jimmy. I'll find something to satiate your hunger soon. But before we both rest for the night of our little tiddlywinks, Have you ever experienced a being like this before? I'm thinking something Stygian, perhaps. I'm not sure. Anything you've run into, anything at all, that hasn't filled your ceaseless hunger.
I consume all.
Interesting. I don't have NVIDIA broadcast enabled right now, but that's still cut out for me. But I'm going to take Niles' reaction.
No, I consume all. Was the
not consumable?
And it sounded amazing. Trust us.
I bet it did. I heard like a little bit of it. I'm gonna have to get better headphones here because these are not good. Okay, well,
if you
Jimmy,
keep talking
I
to
appreciate
the dark hunger that lurks within you, yes. If you want to enjoy it, yes.
I appreciate your time, Jimmy. Have a good rest. I'll feed you soon, I promise. Kiss, kiss, hug, hug. Good night.
Perfect. As you rejoin the rest of your comrades, Grim, or do you stay inside your little Learman's tiny hut?
I would, before I go back to my hut,
Yep.
I would like to just inspect that power source we were talking about before by the fireplace.
Yeah.
Just to get a feeling of it before I retire for the night.
Grim, the only one you've got your hands on at the moment is the one that produces heat that is connected to the fire. The copper cables are scorching hot. In fact, the earth and sort of section of like dried sticks and pine needles have burned away around those copper wires where they've been wrapped around this cube. This cube, you actually recognize the design of it. It's similar to an item known as a thermal cube that can be used to generate heat. A consistent heat of 35 degrees Celsius that emanates to a 15-foot area around it. It looks like this is something similar to that, but of a far more powerful build. The center of this is a moat of fire, a moat of flame that is putting off a huge amount of heat and energy. The copper cabling someone's added to it and wrapped around to generate, like to move that heat from the cube to the campfire. But part of the reason it is so balmy inside this dome is this cube. And there's something about this, the link to the cubes that are producing cold. You know as a wizard that heat is just energy. And cold is the absence of that energy. There must be something else going on here, some link between the two, because nothing can just produce energy from nothing, and nothing can drain energy to nowhere. There's got to be some other link between these items. But it's going to take a bit of time, and you probably need to get your hands on one of those cold ones, which does mean fucking about with the salamander.
Well,
potentially.
Maybe tomorrow he'll give it to us.
Maybe. As the rest of you bed down and get ready for sleep, inside this dome it is always slightly light. Even though you can see outside night has well and truly fallen, the clouds closing over, the storm raising in intensity, the wisps provide this ever-present glow as they circle the edge of the dome. No longer that frantic movement towards the ripple, now they are back to that slow orbit around the outside, occasionally testing for weaknesses, pushing against the dome before being repelled. As you all get ready for sleep, campfire providing warmth, still glowing with that blue flame. Suddenly you watch as Messi sits up, looking around for a second. He reaches over and slowly grabs at the dagger by his side before letting go and slowly lowering his hand down towards his side. A moment later he turns his head and looks off towards the north. Do you guys hear that?
Yeah, what? Do we hear anything?
Passive perception of 16 or higher.
17.
This is before
16.
the long rest.
This is as you're sort of bedding down for the long rest, just before you've fallen asleep. 16,
Yes,
Lyra, I think you're 17, aren't you?
I'm 17.
Yeah.
I can. What is that?
Howling of the wind. No.
Howling
A
of the dire
wolf's
wolf mother?
howl, carrying across the landscape. You then watch as through the dark, a number of the fir trees seem to shake and move, striding forth from the forest. Easily 40 feet tall, you watch as an enormous white wolf pads through, pushing aside the trees as it begins to move towards the dome. Eyes glowing yellow-orange in the dark. You watch as the wolf slowly moves up towards the edge of the dome. It's almost the same height as the dome, its enormous feet crunching through the snow. And you watch as Messi looks up towards it, and his eyes begin to change color to match its.
Oh shit.
As the wolf leans over the dome, you watch as it cocks its head. And that is where we're going to end up for tonight.
Sif.
We will be back next episode to see more of that and to find out what is happening. For now, though, that is all we have time for. Thank you so much for joining us. It has been a pleasure and a delight to have you all once again. We are going to, for those of you watching on Twitch, jump over and raid another channel. For everybody else, those listening to the podcast and those watching on YouTube, remember, if you have not already, hit that subscribe button. It's very important. Every hit of the subscribe button is another of the Coldlight wisps blocked from entering the sacred dome that keeps our lovely team safe. Every like button is another wolf prowling through the forests. Every comment, another chance for Grim to invite disaster upon his team as he continually does his very best to draw the attention of the dark hunger living within him. We are going to go over and raid Critinimus, who are doing their Chronicles and Chaos homebrew D&D adventure. I'll get that raid started up. But for all of you here, we will see you all next episode. Until then, stay safe, stay well, and see you guys soon. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.
Later.
Bye.
See you guys next time. Bye.